Here's the Burnsville Police Department police report. Christian WATNE called Burnsville Police Department to report possible OP violation against her ex, me. Chrissy reported that she was receiving text messages from Deborah Jane, blah blah, who is my mother. Chrissy was able to provide a copy of the text message to Officer Campbell, which was determined not to be a violation as Deborah was acting alone and not in the directions of me. Chrissy was advised to get an OIP against Deborah as well, which never happened, never did. I don't think she really has a concern or problem with whatever it is with my mother. I think it's more of being nothing but vindictive towards me. And anyways, so Officer Campbell called and informed Debbie to stop calling and texting Chrissy. Matthew called Officer Campbell back and ultimately hung up on him. See Campbell's report, blah, blah, blah. I already posted that conversation when I tried calling him, and I just told him, keep my fucking name out of your mouth. Ain't got nothing to do with me. So anyway, so me and my mother, we responded down to the Burnsville Police Department to voice our concerns. I had mentioned that Christina's husband, Jeffrey Michael WATNE, is a convicted sex offender and is currently on probation. And he is a convicted child molester. So on June 4, 2003, while KAW was using a hard-held massager on her neck, the known juvenile female began watching her and then told her that the defendant had done the same thing to her privates. The known juvenile female then reached into the box for the massager, pulled out two attachments, and began rubbing them all over her genital area. The known juvenile female then stated that the defendant had kissed her privates. Kayla again confronted the defendant, who became upset. I also spoke with the defendant during an audio tape interview on June 5th, 2003, the defendant initially denied touching the known juvenile female's genital area with the massager or with his mouth. The defendant also denied touching the known juvenile female genital area with a washcloth, but stated that there might have been some contact while he was drying her off with a towel, but never any slow fondling. The defendant then stated that on one occasion his finger had gone inside her labia, exposing the pink interior of her vaginal opening. Causing him to feel uncomfortable. It's like, oh God, you know, that was wrong. You know. When asked further about oral contact, the defendant stated that he didn't remember kissing the known juvenile female's genital area, but then indicated that he had kissed her from time to time, and you know, it might have been right there or next. You know what I mean. The defendant further stated, I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's possible, I guess. The defendant later indicated that there might have been contact between his face and the known juvenile female's vaginal area, probably 3 or 4 times. Yeah. So in fact, he is a convicted child molester. So, Matthew reported that Jeffrey had been in violation of his probation because he has had contact with his daughter Kayla when she was a minor. Kayla is currently an adult and and 19 years old. Matthew and Debbie stated they have pictures to prove that Jeffrey is in violation of his probation. See incident report for details. Well, I called and spoke with Christina. I informed Christina that I was conducting the following up regarding the allegation that Jeff was violating his probation. Christina reported that in 2008, her and Jeffrey bought a duplex together and got approval from probation to live in separate units. So now you got approval from the probation for them both to live in the same structure, building, but they both use the same address as a mailing address at that time for mail. They use the address for legal documents, and their both names are on the lease, buying the house. I mean, they never did no child mandate report or a safety concern or check or anything at that time, knowing that this person that I just read his complaint was now claiming that he was approved to live in this duplex, but in a separate whatever by probation. So, Christina reported that in 2008, they bought a duplex together. They had approval from probation to live in separate units. This is from Dakota County Community Corrections. from Jennifer Sampson, probation officer. Subject, Jeffrey WATNE. Well, that's in 2008, right before they bought the place. Mr. WATNE has a hearing scheduled on Tuesday, May 6th, to petition the court for unsupervised contact of his girlfriend's daughter. Up to this point, Mr. WATNE has had permission to have supervised contact with her. Where was he getting permission to have supervised contact with my minor daughter that I believe was 5 years old at this time? Where was probation getting permission? Where is it in writing? Who is responsible? Whose name is on that document allowing supervised contact with my daughter? Supervised contact with her. Our department would request that if the conditions is changed, that it read no unsupervised contact per PO's approval. Our department would still want to evaluate the situation. Well, they still would want to evaluate the situation, but they didn't. So in 2008, they're buying a place together. This is right before they buy the place. Dakota County sending this over, wanting the shit written like this on the order. No unsupervised contact per PO. Well, you guys already admitted here that you already been allowing it. Supervised contact with the kid. And you had no rights to even do that because there was already previously a court order in place. So they wanted to evaluate the situation on an ongoing basis and would require that the family attend a program addressing good and bad touch. Well, I'm sure Jeff could probably show her, you know. I mean, he showed his own kid, right? Fucking sicko. That would provide education to the little girl and help. And so anyways, they wanted to evaluate how she would be able to report, you know, potential problems. The CLAME program at Project Pathfinder would be recommended on, or one similar. Unsupervised contact would not be approved without support from them. It further requests that the conditions of submitting the polygraph at PO's request be added. Be added. It is further requested that a condition of submitting to a polygraph at PO's request be added. This will provide us with additional ongoing information to help evaluate the potential risk of unsupervised contact. Mr. WATNE recently completed a voluntary polygraph that he indicated through his former treatment and is attached for the court's review. So before they bought this house, Dakota County Probation, Jennifer Sampson, said they already been having an allowance supervised contact with my kid, which these POs never had no rights, no grounds, no nothing, period, to be doing that. So that's how they wanted it written. They wanted it written, no unsupervised contact per PO's approval, whatever. So they already admitted they're already doing it, and it was never going to approve, but they wanted it written this way. So they wanted it written that way, and what did the judge do? May 6, 2008. All terms conditions previously ordered shall remain in effect. Completes the jail release. Other conditions. Motion to lift no contact is not granted. Motion to lift no contact is not granted. I believe it didn't read no unsupervised contact per PO. That's what you guys wanted it written in. Nope, the judge ordered it. Motion to lift no contact is not granted. That means motion to lift no contact. That means no contact. None. Like I said, this fucker was in violation. Now probation's been allowing him to be around a kid that ain't even his. And this is Dakota County. Dakota County, the one that you got this big old problem with now, releasing a kid to the kid's mother. And look what the mother did. And they act like they got sympathy to the father and their family, what they're going through. And look what I'm going through. And when I bring it to their attention, it looks clearly how they want to deal with it and address that problem. Wait, there's more. So, Christina reported that she went to a class through Dakota County and she became a certified supervisor for children. Well, this is through Project Pathfinder way back in 2005. My belief is, I think Dakota County Probation, like Mark Mell or Tarri Olson, just did this and written it up for 2005. So, visitation supervision workshop. That's all it is. She took a little, like a couple hour class, and she took a supervision workshop. She didn't become a certified supervisor for children. She took a workshop. She's not a certified supervisor for children. So anyways, Chris reported during that time period, she allows supervised when Jeff and Kayla are together. Due to her being a certified supervisor, which I just showed clearly she's not. This was also approved through probation. Again, where are they getting permission? Motion to lift, no contact, not granted. Dakota County Probation wanted it written, no unsupervised contact per PO. What did the judge write? Motion to lift, no contact. No contact. No contact means no contact. So probation are allowing it anyways, regardless of what the court order was. Talk about child endangerment. Yeah, they're really worried about the concern and safety of someone's kid. Yeah, clearly. Because she reported that approximately 4 years ago, in 2018, her and Jeff decided to buy a house. Together, Chrissy reported that before buying the house, they went to the Apple Valley Courthouse where Deborah, Kayla, and Jeffrey were interviewed by a caseworker to see if they could all live together. Christina reported that after the interview, Jeffrey was approved to move in with her and Kayla. Christy informed me that she will try to locate the paperwork. She has, and she'll send it to me. All right, Chrissy also informed me that Jeffrey's probation officer, Tarri Olson, also has a paperwork. So, there's the paperwork. 2018, buying a house together. Paula Pletch did it. This is supposed to be now the mandate report where they're doing a safety welfare check, or a kid that's living in a dangerous situation, like around a convicted child molester. So, as she said, they're living in separate units, yada, yada, yada. So, number 3, because Jeff has completed sex offender treatment successfully and has been living in the same house with Kayla for 10 years. This is exactly not a child mandate report on how it was supposed to be done or taken or addressed or anything at all, period. I was supposed to receive something, notification. It would have needed my approval before approving anything. Clearly, I have recorded a conversation with Dakota County, the intake and how it's done, the whole procedure. So it is Dakota County's. This is Dakota County. This is where Paula Pletch works, clearly. And this is exactly not how it was supposed to be done. And clearly, they don't have the authority to allow it or to give permission at all, period, to put any type of juvenile kid around a convicted child molester, regardless is not how the report was done, or how it's supposed to be done, actually. It clearly isn't. But, again, there was already a court order in place. There was no other court order changing anything. There was no court order giving the PO's permission to allow it. So, I located Jeffrey's probation officer, Tarri Olson. Called and spoke with Tarri, who informed me she is currently the probation officer for Jeffrey. Tarri was aware of the complaints Matthew has brought up and informed me that he has that he has in the past contacted her supervisor regarding the issue. Tarri informed me that Jeffrey is in compliance of his probation, and he has done every step to have contact with Kayla. Every step to have contact, every single step besides getting a judge to grant it or to order it. But definitely had a judge to grant an order. Motion to lift, no contact, is not granted. So, Tarri Olson, you fucking lie on this police report. You fucking lie to cover your tracks, and clearly you fucking lie on a fucking police report. And this is Dakota County. I thought they're supposed to be protecting your kids. I thought they had some sympathy going out to the Hart family due to the kid being killed by the mother. I mean, and look what they're doing here. Unfucking believable, right? So yeah, Jeffrey has been in compliance with the PO, has done every step. Tarri informed me that there is no violation here. She also informed me that she will send me a memo stating that Jeffrey has had permission to be around Kayla when she was a minor. I will attach a memo to this case file when I get it. Deborah also emailed me 4 documents showing custody rights and showing that Jeffrey is allowed unsupervised time with Kayla. These documents will be uploaded to the evidence. There's no crime in this case.